Good afternoon. It's Friday, January 20th, and 2023, and we're gonna take a look at this chart. It's an uptrend day. I didn't see uh much that I liked today. There actually is like a short that I liked right here, I believe. Um, but we'll have to take a look at it. Maybe as I go through this, maybe I'll see some more trade opportunities. Actually, yeah, this one right here, and it looks better on this chart. I was watching on the MES. I'll still mark it green. So we had this move up, and to me, this looks like a pretty common pattern that I've been seeing. Um, and we get this first failed second entry long, and the reason I couldn't pull the trigger uh, on the MES now that I'm looking at it was a little different. I just couldn't tell if we were going to go and test the range highs. But now I'm seeing that we probably did. Yeah, you can see that. This right here, it did test these closes. So I don't know if that looked different on the MES, but here, this looks a little better because you get a better entry price right below the EMA. But you're going straight into that midline. So that would be a little intimidating, but that does look like a failure to me after a break and a move to a new high. But we just barely go lower before coming back higher. And this kind of also looks like you get, a break and a couple moves up to a new high. And then we get this lower high. That's a pretty strong signal bar at an area of previous resistance. But there's not a lot of room to the EMA, so not a great trade. And then you have this channel, which would be hard to find in real time until you get down to like right here, because that's where we confirm it off the lows. And I don't think there's anything in here. It's too narrow of a channel for the way this price action is moving down. You get an overshoot, leads to a break, move to a new low, and we do get this move up. I wouldn't have considered this, but I saw RJ in the forum talked about this trade. The way he saw it, he saw this move up, break. I'm not seeing this. Maybe this is the close outside, and two moves up. I mean, I feel like I'd probably, if I'm drawing a micro channel, I'd probably look at it like that, which you get a break, one leg, two legs up to a new high. But he must have been looking at it like we didn't have a break. Yeah, because if you look at it like this, then the break is not very convincing. So you get a break, first entry, second entry, but these are all inside bars. So I'd just be kicking myself if I got that wrong. So I'm not too crazy about that. I'm gonna take that arrow away. But it does. There were enough people who did like that. You can see, come back, test that price level again, bounce again, bounce off the opening price, come back down, probably test that midline, and then just rocket up. People like that. We find resistance up here, chopping down. Come back, test the trend channel again, and let's drag this over. So the breakout fails, and then the trend channel supports, and then the break higher fails once again, but then we bounce off the trend channel and move higher, and then we get this we can't make the trend channel highs, and we just get this break, but it tests the overnight highs again and bounces. So I feel like, I mean, this is, if you're ever going to take a higher low, this looks like one you would want to consider. And yeah, we get one leg up. I just measured it from what looked to be the first break, and you can see, I mean, we get perfect, a measured move that goes a little bit further before we start to go sideways. And yeah, when we make that new high, just start going sideways. I don't see anything in here. I was looking at this as the range and just a measured move that we made up, but we broke higher, so I mean that looks like yeah, you can see that. And that's just a measured move from the midline. So you see that happen all the time. We're just going sideways. So really what I was looking at was this short on a double test. So we make this price level, test it once, test it a second time, and that looks like a failed break higher. Although by that time you probably have the range drawn differently. So maybe you consider this one. You can see plenty of people liked it. And then we break out. The breakout fails. Uh, and it breaks out again, and it fails again. And you get this failure, and normally it's below the EMA, so you wouldn't want to take it. But with people getting trapped on that second entry short, if you see that trap in real time and you understand what's going on, I think you have to take that. It's definitely an advanced entry, and I don't think I'm ready for that. I mean, it all depends on how you're feeling and seeing it too, because that looks pretty darn good after the fact. You can see that micro channel, these people getting trapped going short into that channel. Then we just rock it up and get a break, and you get this second entry, but it's so far from the EMA and it's not off a trend channel. I don't think you can take it. Looks like there's a spike in channel I'm seeing. Yeah, that looks like a spike in channel to me. Probably something like that. And we got a break here. Maybe you take this one, but when there's a break of this channel and it's not a second entry. Although it kind of looks like a second entry. Maybe you take that. I mean, there just isn't many good entries today, period. So I thought maybe I was missing something, but on further review, I don't think I was. So that's how I saw it today. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll be back on Monday.